This podcast is brought to you by the Commentators.shop. Help support the channel by purchasing your Couch Commentators merchandise using the link below.
Welcome back to the Couch Commentators podcast, the fastest growing podcast in the nation, and some may say the world. As always, James and Dan by my side. Gentlemen, I must say, firstly, how good is it? The trials are over and rugby league is starting up this week. I can't wait. How about you guys?
Yep, rugby league didn't happen last weekend. Not at all.
I can't wait, James.
I'm so happy for round one.
Yeah, look, last week of the trials, not really worth watching, so didn't even really watch a game this week.
Same here, honestly. Gentlemen, though, I will ask how your weeks were. James, mate, how was your week?
It's been long. Since we were last here, I may have been singing and dancing about re-signing Moses. Re-signed a couple of young players as well. I was thinking, look, obviously it's funny to joke around and say it's our year. I never really believed that, but I thought it was going to be all right. Then apparently, I again didn't watch this trial, but we may have got our pants pulled down by Melbourne. Moses was already injured that none of us knew about this time last week. It's been a long week.
It was a bit of a master versus apprentice on the weekend on that game.
Yeah.
Dan, mate, how was your week?
Yeah, not too bad. Just relaxing as always, you know.
Yeah.
Played some games. Went to some trial match on Saturday with Josh and Matty C.
How was that?
Mate.
Matt, as a unbiased Tigers fan.
At one stage, I wanted to throw Matt down the hill, and I told him that. I'm like, if you don't shut the fuck up, I will throw you down the hill, cunt.
That would have been good. Would have been good size. Someone should have recorded it. Hopefully, Josh had the camera ready.
The first thing when I heard a Dragons fan threw a meat pie at a Bulldogs fan, I thought was Matt wearing a Bulldogs shirt.
Well, now I've got to find a different eye catcher. Thanks, James.
Oh, sorry, mate. That was a pie catcher, actually.
Well, fuck.
How was my week, guys? You're not even going to say, yes. Waiting for that. Look, didn't get up to much. Had the parents up on the weekend. James' parents as well. It's crazy. We're brothers. If you didn't know, the podcast.
No way, you're brothers.
New secrets come out every week, honestly. But Keefe got a new car. Dad got a new car. He got a new V8. He was revving the shit out of the engine for us. So that was pretty cool.
What's it called? The Warrior.
The Warrior. Shout out Nissan. Not an ad, but if you want to sponsor us, hello.
Yeah. Once a warrior, always a warrior.
Couple of Warriors all around.
Couple of Warriors. But that was pretty much our weekend. Went to the gym twice. That's unheard of.
The Jones.
On the weekend.
Usually you go on the Saturday, don't you?
Well, but the Sunday usually I'm hungover. Didn't drink too much because it was only trial footy on the weekend. So, in saying that, gentlemen, now we get to the accountability. And I think I promised that we'd get a win, and we were this close, guys. Did you know we were 3 out of 4 for the multi?
Who let us down?
Let me tell you, the horse racing guru himself couldn't back a horse to get a place.
If only he was sitting here.
Shocking, Lucas. I want you to know that. It's shocking.
It's terrible.
It's made worse when apparently he's betting well for himself lately. Doesn't do it for the podcast and the fans.
I think he said something along the lines of, when he gets into the spring, he comes into his strides or something.
He hots up. I believe that was the exact words he said. Look, the only somewhat win of our bunch, because me and James got places with our horses, but there was a horse in the multi paying $9.50 that Dan picked. Little buyer got the win, but guess what, Dan? That wasn't your decision for the week. It was back to Dan's dumb decisions because he didn't pick the horse. He went for a Dragons multi. Rough.
Yeah, look, that was pretty rough.
Yeah.
When the Dragons didn't win, and I only had, I think, Kristen Tuipulotu score a try, Noval Holmes.
I found some really good value in that Dragons Bulldogs game, and it was Tuipulotu for 2 or more tries. He scored the hat trick. That could have been a smart decision.
I was hot on that as well. I got a haircut on the weekend as well, guys. Didn't tell you guys in the start. I know you could tell. Thanks for the compliments. But I was talking to the barber. I was talking about footy. He's a Dragon supporter. Yeah, Ben Barber. He was there.
He's a Dragon supporter.
Dragon supporter. Wouldn't believe it.
Wow.
Wouldn't believe it. But I was talking about the team and the new players. I thought you guys would go all right. Then I said, mate, Christian Tuipulotu's in for a double, I reckon, to the barber. And I just said, like, Guffo can only pass one way. He passes left, and then Holmes will just feed him. I pretty much predicted it, although Guffo didn't get the any assists to him, but Holmes did a nice bat on twice to him. Or 3 times, didn't he get?
Yeah.
Having Holmes in my fantasy squad was
Smart.
Pretty smart idea.
But Christian Tuipulotu, mate, he's just going to have a field day out on that left wing. 100%.
when
Mike
we verse
Casino 2.0.
Yeah.
Especially when we verse the lesser teams.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like, again, on the weekend, like, we'll get into the NRL later, but, like, he was up against Blake Wilson. Like,
yeah.
bloke's 2 foot tall.
Every Dragons multi I'll have, he'll probably be in it. So,
yeah.
Well, speaking about multis, there was some more gambling that me and James got up to on the weekend. Surprise, motherfucker! Gamble responsibly,
Surprise.
obviously. But look, I had a couple multis on some games. One being the Para versus Storm trial. I was 1 try off of winning like $800. James, unfortunately, close to 1,500.
Would have. Yeah. No, I think it was. Oh, yeah, it may have been 1,500. Yeah. Either way, I was furious. Get a bit more into later why I had Jack Howarth and Sean Bloor.
Yeah.
Had to do with some idiot in a white headgear that got hooked and swapped sides of the field.
Okay. Well, look. We'll give the teaser now, and then we'll get into the NRL talk later. But that's all for our gambling problems.
I almost got a multi yesterday, but, stupid me didn't go over 47.5 or whatever it was.
You wouldn't believe it after all this talk, but I actually had a decent weekend on the park.
As we say, chase your losses. They can't run forever. I mean, gamble responsibly, obviously.
1-800-858-858.
All right. Next. Now, the best part of the podcast. Brought to us by you. It's the listener questions, guys. So let's get into it.
You got a fuck ton.
Got a fuck ton. Absolute fuck ton.
How do you measure a fuck ton?
Oh, it's a bit more than a shit ton.
How do you measure a shit ton?
Oh, a little bit more than a fuck ton.
Fuck.
Okay. Now, let's go to the first question. It is, what's your dream job? And it's from Kyle H. Dan, mate, dream job.
Oh, look. I know we've said this before on the podcast, and the boys all give me shit for it in the chat. But it would be like content creation type thing, like if it's podcasting or if it's like
it's OnlyFans. Only dance.
Only dance. Sell my feet.
Content creation.
Like podcasting or live streaming or something like that.
Yeah.
Would be a fun thing to do. It's something I enjoy.
That's the thing. If you love what you do, then it's a dream job, you know?
Exactly.
James.
I'll go sports broadcasting.
Oh, okay.
I'll be the fuckwit in the middle of like Andrew Johns and Jonathan Burson and stuff that doesn't know what he's talking about.
Like a blocker or a Michael Ennis.
Yeah.
Or a combination between the two.
I was about to say Dan Ganane.
I was thinking of that. There's the Channel 9 guy that we only really see for Origin and Grand Finals.
I was thinking more, a combination between Ennis and blocker of like a
Fuck
Moy.
Moy.
Moy before you get moising.
Mine's going soft.
Man.
Fuck.
No, shout out blocker.
James has to put on a few kilos.
Hey, whoa, guys! It's new year, you guys. How's the weight loss going? We still a drunk.
Still drinking the no sugar cordial.
That's good. Good stuff, gentlemen. Good stuff. Should start coming to the gym on Saturday, Sunday with me, eh?
Well, Saturday, yeah, maybe.
Okay. My dream job. Stripper, male stripper. I've always believed I had the body for it.
I have seen you with your shirt off. You definitely don't.
Mate, have you seen my secret talent?
What, having a fit?
Yes. No, dream job, I guess, similar to Dan, I wouldn't mind the podcast. But but rugby league player would have been cool back in the day when I was a kid. I always wanted to be a rugby league superstar.
Or you're 28 now, aren't you? So
There's still a chance.
no,
Justin, what is it?
he was
Justin Hope?
27.
Brennan's still got a month and a half.
Yeah, anything could happen. Maybe he was playing like the reserve grade, like Queensland Cup for a while before making an NRL, but anything could happen. Anything could happen. Okay.
Chase your dreams,
Chase
just
your
like
dreams.
those losses. They can't run forever.
Like run forever. Okay. Next question. It's from Kyle again. He asks, have you boys tried to get anyone other than Matty C to sit on the couch? Yeah, well, we had Ken and Aiden obviously before. But we are, just spoiler, episode 105, we're going to have some new guests on as well. Look, at the moment, we are just going more people we know, but I think it'll give us better skills for interviewing people, and then we can start branching out to maybe famous rugby league players, I reckon. Or Michael Ennis and Blocker Roach, get them on at the same time. Actually, is there a question about who's your dream collaboration? Kyle's asked. So kind of following on to that, Dan, who's your dream collaboration?
Probably like an ex-NRL player would be nice, like an NRL coach. Just someone in the sporting world.
Wayne Bennett. I'd love to.
I'm just gonna switch it up a bit because so that would be a guest.
Oh yeah,
and we've had that question a lot of times. So collaboration, so a different podcast or show or anything that
Hello
you.
Sports, obviously.
Hello Sports. Okay.
Yeah, dream
James?
collab would be Hello Sport.
I would like to be on an episode of The Yard.
The Yard.
Yeah, it's a funny podcast that I like.
Cool. I like the uninspired, unemployed guys on TikTok. I reckon that'd be so sick to collab with them.
Yeah.
Just like any kind of skit reel, like where we do something stupid. Like our ads were pretty funny, but I feel like I have a thing for sketch comedy, and I reckon I could I could be funny. I reckon. Just shout out to those lads. Get us on. Okay. Now, next question. It is from Matty C. This one's specifically for James. So, James, thoughts on Parramatta's season being over in round 1 after conceding 50?
First
I
question.
think that was round 1.
First question. Was this copy pasted from what Matt said?
He didn't say being over, so
Being.
BEING.
Yeah, spell check. It doesn't just happen in the group chat, Matt. Look, who said it's over?
Ooh.
Records are meant to be broken.
Ooh.
I hate people saying that now we can't win the comp because we've conceded 50 in a round 1 trial.
Ooh.
When the statistic is nobody has won one after conceding 50. Not that you can't. There's no rule set up by the NRL that if we win the grand final this year, it's actually, no, you don't win the premiership. You lost by 50 earlier in the year. We are here to make history, and I can't wait to be a part of this. Jason Royals, absolute genius, purposely losing by 50 in round 1 to break a record.
Cop that, Matt. Ooh.
Yeah, but it really sucks.
If you wanted to break a record, you would have just beat Melbourne and then you would have broke a record anyway.
No, that's next year because we'll make it a longer record.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If they're going to talk about the record, they really should just be more focusing on them not having Mitch Moses for 6 weeks. That's why they're not going to win the
Yeah, exactly.
They're not going to get enough points there, mate. Okay.
They're just going to go on a 21-game winning streak
Yeah.
after they get Moses back.
Next question from Matt again. He asks, Dan's thoughts on Stephen Crichton not getting a suspension for leading with the legs. You were there live, Dan. What'd you think?
Look, I thought he would have at least maybe got one week.
1 week is...
But like it wasn't like it was leading with the legs into his head. Like it makes contact with his head. So yeah, fuck him. No.
I think Penrith protected, even when they go elsewhere.
Yeah.
Still protected. They get the rub of the green, even like NRL talk, but I feel like some Tigers players will also get a bit of the rub of the green on the weekend.
Yes.
Ex-Penrith players. But
It was a bit rough.
Yeah, I think 1 week.
I think if he went off for HIA and didn't come back on, it might have been a different story.
Yeah. I just hope that it carries on. Like,
yeah.
So if he does something stupid again, like sliding knees into maybe some ribs, I don't know.
Like carryover points type thing.
Maybe he gets a suspension next time. If not, I will be angry.
We'll be messaging Andrew Abdo.
Yep. Okay. Next question from Matt again. He asks, am I right thinking all the couch commentators lost their opening head-to-head matchups in NRL fantasy? Wow. Hits home a bit harsh here, mate.
Especially with how you lost.
Yeah, look, our week was tough. Like, we all lost in the trials, and we all lost in fantasy. Now,
I think I lost by like 29 points.
I scored an 841 and lost to an 847. That's pretty high scoring right there to lose. It's rough.
Yeah, I scored at 801 and still not much of a chance.
I lost to 851 and scored 822. So
yeah,
I also I sort of knew this was coming. I knew I had to have a big week to win my matchup.
Yeah,
because I had Casey McLean the week before and Metcalf. So.
I knew I had to have a big week as well because I was versus the ex-champion, the current champion, or ex-champion when I win this year. Obviously.
Current champion.
I was the ex-champion. He's current. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. Rough. Matt, look forward to you out of the 8 again. Okay. Next question. Matt asks, what is your daily average screen time? Your phone is like an addictive drug releasing chemicals into your brain. That's a little bit woo-woo right there.
Mine will be real bad. I don't even know how to see it.
James, what's your screen time, mate?
So for today, it's just under 4 hours, and very concerningly, my average is apparently just under 10.
Oosh. That's a good half of the day, Dan, mate.
Yep. So apparently mine is 7 hours and 42 minutes on my phone.
Today.
But I went to sleep at 2 a.m. this morning and fell asleep to a 3-hour YouTube video. So, like, knock it down to, like, 4 hours and 42 minutes. But, like, my last week's average was around about the same. So, hang on. My last week's average was actually 9 hours and 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. So, I'm bad, but I'm a little bit worse than Dan.
But usually, like, every night I'm falling asleep to a 3-hour YouTube video, so...
Every night or every morning at 2 a.m.?
Still nighttime.
Still nighttime. For me, today, about 3 hours 50. Currently using the phone to record this, so I lay claim to that. Average is about 11 hours, gentlemen. I'm sorry to fucking to toot my own horn here. I'm a big time screen watcher. But I've also got to run a social media page, you know, really. Couch Commentators flying at the moment.
Link down in the description.
Links in the description. Check out the socials. Check out the TikTok. It's popping off. Okay. That's an addictive drug, gentlemen. Addictive. All right. Next one, it's from Aiden H. He asks, great round 1 results for the hosts. Talking about us as the hosts of the...
I don't remember it being round 1. It was still a trial match.
It is.
Weird.
Yeah.
Did he get his schedules mixed up?
Yeah, I think everyone's got their schedules mixed up.
Wrong week, mate.
Yeah.
Obviously, for Sharks, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and you're only as good as your first game in Australia. So I don't count internationals.
And like any football in heat over 30 degrees counts as a trial.
Yeah. Any good excuse there?
There was a cyclone in Queensland.
Yeah, that did happen.
Even though we played in Sydney, there was a cyclone in Queensland.
Extreme weathers.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Okay, next question from Aiden. He asks, is Glenn Phillips the best fielder in the world now? I'm gonna fucking say it. Don't know who he is. So, James, take it away, bro.
James, take it away.
He's a New Zealand cricketer that takes absolute speckies.
Yeah.
I think I seen one.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, he took
the
another
summer.
one overnight. He takes one almost every game, it feels like. So for a while, I sort of thought he was a taker of great catches, but not a great catcher, if that makes sense. Like, he took the spectaculars, but wasn't necessarily just one of the best catchers in the world.
Yeah.
Like regulation catches.
Yeah,
like
yeah. But I think he's right up there now as the best catcher in world cricket.
Nice.
It's hard to go past him when he's taken one a game.
The speckies, mate. The speckies. Good
So
stuff.
me and Brandon would just say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Glad.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Okay. It's our right as Australians not to know who he is, Dan.
He's the little brother.
Next one from Aiden E. He asks, what is the worst suburb in Campbelltown? All right, we're going to offend some people at the moment. Let's get into it, guys. Let's dive in. Dan, I'm going to go you first, mate.
I'm trying to like pick between the two
Okay.
because like they're both pretty bad.
Throw them both in the ring, mate.
Minnow and Eds.
Okay, that's who you throw it up right now.
Yep.
Okay.
And for like the actual English speaking people out there, I said Minto, but we replaced the T, obviously.
So you go 2. You're not gonna.
Yeah, I'm just
you're not
going with 2.
Okay. Well, okay. James.
Lamia, I said it. Your bakery sucks.
Bruce bread number one.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's
Look,
yeah.
as a little white kid that was way too innocent, I was raised to be scared of ants.
The streets of Aids were scary. Now called Newbrook, guys.
Hey, it's still Eds in some parts.
So there was, you got AIDS is what we used to call it. You got Amber Jail, which is Amber Vale.
Hey, Amberjale's not too bad, mate.
Rose Ghetto as Rose Meadow. Meadow was just scary. Look, Roos was pretty good, but that's maybe because me and James grew up there. But I would have to say the worst of the bunch, now known as Hillcroft. Good, shout out Claymore. Shout out Claymore. They were up there with some of the worst, I'd say. They had to like put bars on like everything, every shopping centre you have.
Good old Claymore.
Yeah, it was a good place. Good place to be. Shout out any fans from Claymore.
Yeah, shout out to everyone we've annoyed, pissed off, and Dad lives at.
Let's just say my old address.
Next question from Aiden E. He asks, craziest thing you've witnessed someone do in public? James.
Oh, I was hoping you didn't go to me first. You brought this up earlier. I couldn't think of anything, and now I'm struggling.
Yeah, like, I don't know, someone pissed themselves, some public indecencies.
Oh, I don't. Oh, no, you said you got something else.
Yeah.
This was just at the old Minnow Mirage.
Let's set the scene.
Look,
Mirage.
this isn't the most craziest, but you just saying that brought it to my head.
Very classy
Yeah,
establishment.
very
Minto
classy
Mirage.
establishment,
Oh, yeah.
and we were sitting there. I think before a game or after a game, of Oztag, having a couple of beverages, and we hear behind us at the bar a gentleman be refused service. When he questions the bar staff why he has been refused service, she says, because you've just pissed yourself. And he's pissed his pants while standing at the bar. Look, I'm sure there was an excuse. He wasn't that drunk. I can't.
Yeah.
It's, someone sprayed water on him or something.
Yeah,
Not that fine gentleman being himself.
See, what he's got to do is wear black pants because I can't tell.
Yeah, he was in the grey tracky dax,
Yeah.
so it was pretty obvious. The poor bastard.
We were just like having a bet, and then we're just like, we can't serve you because you're pissing yourself. Like, what?
Hold on, wait a minute. That guy's pissed himself.
Classic story from the Mirage. It was all a mirage, that one. Dan, your craziest thing you've witnessed.
Fuck. Okay, I'll go with this. So, a family friend of ours, they were all drunk, and one of them decided to put a bottle up his ass and run up the street naked. This same family friend has also run up to the street with a flag up his ass.
Yeah, nice.
Not the best sight you want to see.
That's pretty crazy. I've forgotten about that.
It literally just popped in my mind.
I know I'm forgetting so much.
All right, the craziest thing I've ever witnessed is this bloke on a night out. Am I right, guys?
What, Nico?
Yeah, Nico. Yeah. No, craziest thing. I've said it before, but I went to a festival. The festival had finished. We're just walking out, like big crowd of people. Some guy was like handing jungle juice around to smell. And then some bloke grabbed it and just like down the whole thing. Within like 2 seconds, that bloke is in the bushes just throwing up. Just his guts are all coming up. I'm going, wow. I knew it's never going to go right. Like as soon as he did it, but like it was fucked. And yeah. One tip for you guys: don't drink it. Don't drink it. It is used as a gay sex to
How do you know
listen
that?
to the old how do I know that? Nights out at the clubbing at gay club. Okay, next question. It is from the Speak Pipe. Strictures. Okay, now we got plenty of speak pipes, gentlemen. So let's get into it. We have one from New Planets Soon.
Hey boys, just a quick question for you. Thought this would be interesting and a little bit of fun. Different sort of question. If you got the opportunity to go live on another planet, but it took you 2 years to get there, but once you got there, all your food, electricity, water, like your house, everything was free. Would you guys do it? Would be keen to hear your thoughts, boys. I reckon it's a fantastic question.
Okay.
Does he want to jerk himself off anymore with that at the end there? I think this is a fantastic question.
Shout out Matt for the question.
Yeah, great question.
Good question. Really
He's a
good question.
fantastic though.
Let's talk about that first. No, 2 years to get to a planet. Everything's paid for. Everything, all for you.
Yeah, so it's your 2 years of travel of complete.
Let's put it this way though. For me, then it's 2 years back if I ever want to see the Couch Commentators boys again.
Exactly.
And all friends and family.
Yeah.
Would I do it? I don't know if I would necessarily. I'm pretty comfortable on Earth. If the world is ending, yes. James.
Depends on who else is going. If I could convince enough of the boys, come on, 2 years of struggle in the spaceship over there, but
What about like,
everything's free for the rest of our lives.
if they bring the rugby league players over and they start round one on this new planet?
What if they don't, and I'm the best rugby league player on Mars?
Hello. $1 million contract coming soon. Dan, would you take up the option?
Look, if it's alone, probably not, because I'm not fucking. I don't even want to move out of this state alone. So,
Sure.
And maybe if it, as James said, if it's like with friends and family, or like,
Well,
you
that's I'm not sure whether it was meant to be alone or whether like there's a colony going over there and they need people to.
Probably a colony. You think. Either way, I think we could be the first podcast on this new planet, and then we'll be number one in the nation and number one in the world. So I mean, I'm all for it. Actually, now I'm backflipped. All for it. All for it.
We'll have aliens as fans. Yep.
Yeah, 100%. All right, next one is from Rang. Let's get into it.
It's Rang here. Just wanted to call up and give a quick shout out to Ken Morrison. Over the last few weeks, he's been copping a lot of sprays, particularly from Aiden for his efforts at Oztag. This week, he was out on the wing. Quick boy from the other team starts making a break. Ken gets absolutely horizontal, dives across and makes the tag down the sideline. And on the look of his face, even he was surprised. So it's just great to see other big thickies out there ripping in. And question for you, Dan. When was the last time you made a diving save, and I was because all I'm hearing from you lately is all these injuries you've got. And I'm not playing, I'm only here to watch, but then you go on. Just want to see a bit more commitment from you. Cheers, boys.
Ripping into you there, mate.
First of all, Rang, I played last week with an injury.
Oh,
So go fuck yourself.
Battler.
And I think the last time I dived was probably about fucking 20 kegs ago.
20 kegs ago.
20 or 30 kegs ago,
Oh,
maybe.
damn. Look, I'm happy to hear that Ken's put his body on the line for into your nan.
The flying fickies.
The flying figgies. Look, I would love to look as a Mighty Duck and him on my team. I'd like to see him do it more. Just dive. Maybe even like for a try, like jump in the corner, dive one hand.
I'm not going to break anything. No.
I think you got to put your body on the line for the team, and that's what Rang is talking about here.
And a question of Rang, did he look like Glenn Phillips taking a catch?
Was it as spectacular as Glenn? Let us know. Okay, next one. It's from Geralda.
Oh, God.
Let's get into it.
Hi guys, it's Gerald. I just wanted to call
Hello,
up and let you
Gerald.
know something about Dan. So, Dan told everyone
Oh,
that
okay.
he saw me from Oztag last week and that he might not be able to play, but I know that's not actually how he hurt his knee. He hurt his knee because he was down on them for so long licking my Cheerio. I was very surprised, but Dan keeps saying that he doesn't like his Cheerio being licked. I'll tell you what, he really, really likes licking mine. Can't wait until the weekend when we get to do it again, Dan.
Oh, anything you wanna share with the? Wait, this is a safe place.
I don't feel safe anymore.
Also, sounded like Rang and Gerald were in the same tunnel there.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Are we starting to connect the dots
No,
here?
no. It just happens to be that they were both in the same tunnel at the same time.
Yeah.
Maybe they like work with each other. I don't know. That's crazy. Well,
That's how podcasts spread a lot.
Yeah.
Word of mouth.
yeah, good stuff. Okay. Dan. Wow. No. Okay. Next one's from.
I'm just recovering
Yeah,
over
yeah.
here.
Okay, so we'll just play the next one while you keep recovering. Next one's from I Met Kempy, the boik.
G'day, boys. How are we?
Hello, mate.
Not a
Good. Not
whole
too bad.
lot been happening lately. The only semi-interesting thing was I went down to Melbourne on Friday to do some work to change some reverse camera screens out on some utes for a company we do work for. But then, interesting,
Nice.
on the way on my plane down there was Matty the Water Boy from Bloke, and then when I got to the airport in the afternoon, fucking Kempy was in the airport. I said, "G'day, mate."
Oh, yeah.
I said, "Oh, you ever heard of the couch commentators?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, I've heard of them." And you know what he said to me? He goes, "Fuck Dan, he's a stupid cunt." So yeah, I don't know what you've done, Dan, but yeah, Kempy hates you.
Man, you're just fucking getting peppered this podcast, mate. What have
I
you
can't
done?
believe Kepi would say that about you.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Okay, no.
Mate, it's,
Were you
no.
messaging him on Instagram or something?
No. I've moved on past that those
Okay.
times. I don't message people on Instagram anymore.
Well,
I message them on OnlyFans.
damn, I can't believe
fuck.
it. That's
I've
actually...
never had interaction with Kempy. I don't know why he hates me.
Well, he's a big listener of the podcast,
You know
obviously.
what? I'm going to say it right now. Bloke in the bar, go get fucked.
Whoa. He does not speak for this whole podcast, Kepi.
1/3 of the podcast. That guy. We'll have you on.
Fine,
Me and
I'm gonna
James will interview you.
I'm going to start building a wall.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I now have my own podcast.
Okay.
How's it going, guys?
All right. Okay. Now, the soccer report. We'll gloss past that. Cool that you met him, though. I've met him once before at his
Who did you say he was on
audience.
his plane at the start?
Matty the Water Boy.
Matty the Water
He's
Boy.
a
Oh,
long-time producer and
Yeah. Dan doesn't even like know who he is. Come on.
No, I didn't hear what he said.
That's because we're that big time.
Yeah.
Okay.
My head's
Soccer
just.
report. Let's go.
Boys, time for your favourite time of the week. The soccer report.
Yes.
In all honesty, I've been watching fuck all soccer. Just haven't had the time. Although I will inform you, Man City is going even worse. They lost on the weekend to Nottingham Forest, who are actually going pretty good this year, considering like where they have been recently. They have spent a fuck ton as well, but you know. Liverpool are absolutely running away with the league, pretty much. They're just having fun. Sydney FC won 2-0 in the Asian Champions League against John Buck Motors, I think they're called. So
Mate,
we'll
I've heard
have
they're a good
the
team.
home leg here soon to hopefully get through to the next round. And Swansea City, mate, back-to-back home wins, which I don't think I've been able to say for a long time. So nice little turn of fortune there
Swansea.
that can hopefully continue.
Nice. I mean, look, Ken ripped in last speak pipe about the about the soccer report and how much he doesn't like it, but I love it.
Yeah,
I love the soccer report.
I love it, and look, it's tough to see Man City going bad, but Nottingham Forest, I think they were like in top 4 or something like that.
Yeah, last time I checked, they were like around 5th or 6th.
So I want them to win the comp. If
They
Man
know
City,
Leicester. They know Leicester.
if City's not going to win, let them win.
I mean, as you said, fucking Liverpool's running away with it.
Yeah.
I've only been checking the fucking ladder because Arsenal have been second pretty much all year. So
Gunners.
See what considering Jurgen Klopp retired at the end of last season, and I don't even know who their current manager is. They're going all right.
I'm actually going to check the EPL ladder
Pretty
right now.
happy to hear that Sydney FC are pumping some Asians.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
On to big things, though. On to big things.
Liverpool are currently 15 points ahead of Arsenal.
Oof.
Jesus.
That's
that's fucking rough.
They are clear.
I've lost one game all year.
Yep. That's good stuff. That sounds like Man City of old.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, I'm going to go to the eye catchers, gentlemen, and because we were talking about soccer, Dan, I'm going to head to you straight away.
Oh, mate, my eye catcher this week. As I said last week, the Sidemen charity match happened over the weekend. Ended up in a 9-9 draw. So they went to penalty shootouts. YouTube All Stars ended up winning 5-4 in penalties.
I seen some highlights,
which was rough. But the first goal that the Sidemen scored was pretty funny. So it was Joe Weller that scored, does his celebration. Then Logan Paul comes over, pretends to kick him, and then fucking suplexes him.
Bit of WWE.
A bit of WWE from the WWE superstar.
Crossing of both worlds, soccer and WWE. How good's that?
It's a good match. I did fall asleep during it, but I woke up and watched the highlights. I think I fell asleep after like half an hour.
That's crazy. I
mean, it did start at like 2 a.m.
Yeah, true.
So like, you can't blame me, honestly.
That's your normal time to be awake.
not lately. Bro, over the weekend I was up late, but I go to sleep at like 11:30 now.
It's crazy that soccer usually like low scoring games, and those games are usually like fucking 9-8. So there's goals galore.
When you have people like XQC and Sketch in goals,
fucking shout out Sketch, he was pretty good.
Yeah, he actually got man of the match.
Yeah, he fucking saved a penalty from Simon, one of the Sidemen's best players. Anyways, eye catchers, James.
Mine's almost a bit of more of an eye hitter, eye bruiser, black eye catcher, Kurt Mann. Look, you could see it on the footage during the game, and then after the game, it was looking pretty bad. But he put a Instagram post the next morning of it, and by God, it's that bad. It looks edited. The picture should be up. It caught my eye, and something definitely caught his eye during the game.
I reckon it's probably a fractured eye socket.
It looked fucking terrible.
How bad that swelled up, that's got to be a fractured eye socket.
That's some bad pink eye. Brown eye.
Black eye.
Black eye. All right. My eye catcher was, the trials are on, but there was even bigger game on in Melbourne. It was the Parramatta handball comp. Played a bit of Ace, Kings, Queens, Duns, and there can only be one king. Obviously, Guffo not there anymore. So,
This
that's
is
how
the new king. Yeah.
this is how Guffo originally got called the king, and this is how they decided the new one. But it was quite funny seeing how they were playing handball, and then the performance they dished out on the weekend.
I think it just shows that we treated it like a trial.
Yeah, as you should. Yeah,
As we should, because it's a trial.
It's a trial.
Like they were playing handball with a tennis ball.
Yeah.
Why weren't they playing with one of those like handballs, like the
Rugby league ball.
the like bouncy balls that we played handball with?
yeah.
Like play with one of those. It's so much easier.
It is easier. Okay, that's the eye catchers. But look, we're talking a bit NRL. Let's lead straight into it, gentlemen. NRL talk.
Yo.
The trials happened. We're joking, gentlemen. The actual games, round ones happened, mate. We hoodwinked them. They always thought they were.
They fell for it. Eagle fell for it.
Who impressed us in the trials, guys? James, I'll go to you. In the trials, I said trials.
You said trials again.
Round
one. So obviously we're not going back to Vegas.
Yeah, we went over that last week.
Yeah, I'll probably just go Manly. Came out pretty hot. Tom Trbojevic leading from the front. When he's scoring tries through the middle of the field from halfway, well, not scoring, he set it up, but still making a line break, getting a ball one out from hooker. He's at his best, and if he's at his best, Manly will be hard to beat.
Yeah, their forward pack, like, they're looking strong.
The trouble with their forward pack is in recent years they've done this and then been quiet the next week. Like, remember, I think it was early last year, they pumped the Storm and like bullied the Storm's forward pack.
Yeah.
And then like didn't change who they were for the rest of the year. But Jake Trbojevic said it at the end of the game. It's only round one, and their problem is consistency.
Yeah. I like the look of TKO. Siwa Gioho. He's back, and their forward pack's huge. And then you have the Trbojevic brothers also. So they're looking good. Dan, mate, who impressed you?
Oh, fuck. Probably the Broncos.
Yeah.
Just like how fucking quick they were just putting the points on Roosters. Like, it's just fucking ridiculous.
Their spine, wow.
Yeah.
That's got to be like the best. I think arguably the best spine. Obviously, dummy half, not the weak link, the weak liar.
I think when Ezra Mam comes back, maybe
That's
they
it.
slot Ben Hunt to
Well,
Hooker.
that's the plan, but like again, and this is also probably just aggravated because of what Ezra Mam did, but a lot of fans, Broncos and otherwise, going like, if they keep playing like this and getting better, how does Ezra push Ben Hunt out of 5'8"?
Yeah. And
Q Cup for Ezra Mam.
having two elite halves.
Origin level.
Yeah. 5'8" and halfback. It's scary coming up against them. And then the forward pack, like Payne Haas, wow.
They don't need them to be doing like magical things when you've got Reece Walsh running around the back. They scored. They've both got plenty of points in them. But then they can also just give nice early ball to Walsh and just go, all right, go do it.
Shout out Payne Haas, though.
Oh,
Ramadan and the stats he threw up like off 50, 58 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow. Have him in a fantasy team. Let's just say that.
And then they got the NRL's hottest man, Jesse Arthurs. He played well.
Yeah. Couple of tries for that man.
Yeah.
Big Jess. Okay. Who impressed me? There's so many good games, so many good teams, but it's hard to go past the West Tigers Knights game. No, I'm not going to pick the other like huge scoring game. I know you guys picked the other two, but I want to shout out not the two teams. I want to shout out the crowd at Campbelltown Stadium. They impressed me with what they did at halftime. Standing ovation, guys. Standing ovation for an 8-point lead at halftime. New Year, New Tigers.
Oh.
New Year, New Tigers. And look, they got the crowd going.
Usually they get booed off at halftime.
Yeah.
At their home ground.
And it's tough scenes in Campbelltown after they end up losing 10-8.
It makes me like disappointed to be a citizen of Campbelltown, knowing that people at Campbelltown Stadium gave Tigers a standing ovation.
Such a Tigers thing though. Like
Yeah.
they've done it before and they'll do it again. Standing O's at halftime and it just doesn't go well. When will they learn? When will they learn? That impressed me, guys. I want more of it, honestly.
Yeah.
Every week.
Every
Yeah,
week.
please.
Bring it every week. Just clap them off at halftime. They could be getting pumped by 50. Just fucking, yeah, good work, guys.
Let's go to the Tigers Eels game this weekend.
Yeah,
and we'll just
clap
start
them.
the standing ovation.
I don't want to go just in case.
Just in case there's the slim chance that this is the second week of trials. Okay, let's go to who let us down, gentlemen. James, who let you down, mate?
This is the easiest selection
Ooh,
I
okay.
have ever made. One Kelma Tuilagi.
Ooh.
By God, he's got to be the worst NRL player in the history of the game.
Yeah.
After that last trial, I didn't think there was a chance in hell he would get picked even on the bench, let alone starting. I don't know what anyone sees in him. You watch him play, and it's the laziest. It's missed tackles. It's stupid errors. There was one so the missed tackles and stuff. That's already bad enough, and then the just stupidity. We score a try before halftime with 30 seconds left. He decides to throw a stupid flick pass straight, rockets into someone, drop ball, they score off the scrum. He couldn't even let us have the last try before halftime.
I just wanted to get closer to 50.
Oh, there's just no common sense. There's no pride. There's no, mate, he's so frustrating to watch.
It was funny that he got hooked and then got put back on.
Yeah, he got hooked, and then Jack Williams gets HIA,
Yeah.
so he gets put on the other side
Wasn't
of
it
the
like
field.
14 minutes?
Yeah.
He got hooked after.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that was in the plans of like,
Yeah,
let's bring
no.
you off after 14 minutes of hard work, Kelma. Come off, mate.
Yeah.
That was a hook.
Hard work, hit the showers. Oh, wait, you got to come back out.
was a hook.
It's bad decisions. It's erratic movements that other players can't.
Yeah.
How are they meant to know? It's everything. It's everything you should do wrong. He does.
Yeah.
If there's,
He runs an all right line.
yeah. If there's promise for the Eels, you just did come out and win the second half. And
Yeah,
that's what
won the
matters.
second half. You're only as good as your last half of
Yeah.
football, and we're winners.
Yeah, we're winners, baby. Dan, mate, who let you down?
All right, James is picking on his team. I might as well pick on my
Okay.
boys.
Get into it.
Their first half, it was what, 18-6 at halftime? Man, it was just... And then fucking Christian Tuipulotu celebrating
Yeah.
his try after we're down by fucking 18 points. It's like, brother, just relax. Get your head back in the game. This is, it was a round one game, full of errors and stuff,
Yeah.
but it was just, it looked sloppy.
No,
Like-
I want to actually congratulate Tuipulotu because he might have had the same bet that I had on for him 2 or more tries because he scored the second try. He's got the money coming out.
All his mates are on him for 2 or more. Fuck yeah.
And then, so Lachlan Ilias had over 400 meters, 400 kick meters.
Yep.
Kyle Flanagan had 30 for one kick.
He's the 5'8".
Yeah, but in the trials, they're sharing the fucking.
Yeah.
They were sharing the kick load, and every Lachlan Ilias kick went straight to fucking Connor Tracy,
Yeah. Straight
and
to
it was just like, mate, put some fucking effort into it.
I don't know if it was a plan or if it just didn't go
Yeah.
the way they wanted. That's tough for the old Dragons. Again, positives to take out of it is
Yeah.
it did come back at the end and
It
made
was.
it a bit of an even game.
I was looking at Josh like, yeah,
And
we're
then,
going, we're going.
If Val Holmes kicked that last guy, I reckon there was more chance, but that just deflated you.
Yeah,
That miss. He doesn't miss them too often.
Nah.
But that one,
he missed 2 on fucking Saturday.
yeah. Rough for both teams.
Yeah.
Who let me down? look, I don't ref bash, but there's some dodgy calls. But who actually let me down was Melbourne. They took the fucking foot off the pedal. How specifically, the bloke ruined my multi, $850 I could have won. Look, they were comfortably obviously in the lead, but they took shoes off and just fucking pulled back. Only scored like
I
what?
thought it was Parramatta's tenaciousness that slowed down the points. And,
There was a bit of crab going on as well. They were cramping up from running so much.
Yeah. All these full field tries.
Yeah. But yeah, like only 10 points in the second half, 46 in the first.
I think they only scored 8, actually.
8, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Real flex our muscles there.
Yeah. Defensive powerhouse.
12-8, baby. 12-8.
12-8.
I think Dragons won the second half as well. So second half players. Woo!
Nice, good stuff.
You can't just play 40 minutes of good football and expect to win.
Yeah, true.
Good shout out to Paps. He's looking good, back to normal, back to full fitness.
Not the mullet, flying mullet's back.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was looking fast, man. Like,
Yeah.
for a bloke who's had that many leg injuries, to
All
be,
the tape on his knee still.
yeah, that's speedy. Is it's good signs for Melbourne, maybe New South Wales as well. Who knows?
Looking back to the 2020 Paps.
True.
Or 29. Was it 2020? Yeah.
It's interesting in the fact, like, obviously there's talks of him going for Sua Falongo to become their number one.
Yeah.
So who knows? If he has a season like that this year, then I don't think he'll be leaving.
He ain't fucking leaving.
He ain't leaving. He ain't leaving. That is all for NRL. Unless you got anything? Hello. Somebody's just popped up in my news. Breaking news. We have Gold Coast have relocated to Sydney, gentlemen. If you've seen the photos, obviously Alfred's been pumping up the north of the border.
He's now ex-tropical cyclone Alfred.
Ex-trouble. He got downgraded.
He's our ex.
Poor Alfie.
Really, I know Langer loves the Broncos and he got kicked out from them and he's not running water from them. But this tantrum that he's had, it's a bit much.
It's a bit much, mate.
I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it.
Fucking Alfie.
I wonder how long they're relocating for, but like obviously the ground was flooded, so they got to train and play.
It was for the week, and then they'll reassess after the weekend.
Surely their drainage is as good as like Cronulla.
Yeah,
Shark
but
Park.
like it was above the crossbar as well.
Yeah.
The water. I was
I
just
think
like, what
they
the
can play
fuck?
that.
Yeah.
It's like a water polo, but like rugby league and new sport. Hello, PBL, sign it up.
He's got a frog between the uprights.
Easy.
Someone's standing on the fucking crossbar.
This is a sport that we could bring into it. Come on, PBL, sign it up.
Knowing us Aussies would fucking do something like that
We'll
as
gamble
well.
on it.
And we'd be number one in the world. Okay, next.
Sup, Couchies. Last night when we were recording, big news came out about Dylan Brown leaving Parramatta, signing for Newcastle for reportedly $1.3 million. Thought I'd give a quick update on how I feel about that, because it feels a bit weird to not get something out about it straight away. So, look, as far as it goes for Dylan Brown, you're crazy not to take it. My estimation, and most smart rugby league heads would estimate his value right now is about 800 to 900,000, meaning he's on 400 to 500,000 more than his value currently. You're just absolutely crazy not to take that. It's a ratchet contract as well, so as the salary cap goes up, it will go up as well, so it's only a minimum of 1.3 mil a year. As a Para fan, obviously disappointed, but not much you can do with that much money getting thrown around. Look, there's a lot of pressure on Dylan now. He's got to step up his game, because when you're getting paid that much money, a lot of people will be questioning your value and how much you are doing for the team. Personally, I wish him all the best. I don't know whether he's going to become a halfback, but he's got the skill set that could allow him to. It's just learning and figuring it all out. That's pretty much it. As a Para fan, it's hugely disappointing, especially because if he didn't re-sign 2 years ago, we may have been able to re-sign one of either Blaze Talagi or Ethan Saunders, which would have left the club in a much better position. But now we're scraping around trying to figure out what's going to happen next. So that's all. Cheers.
NRL talk over, gentlemen. But you know what's not over? The UFC's back. UFC 313 was on over the weekend. Couple of big biffs that I wanted to go over. One being there was a massive knockout to my boy King Green, previously known as Bobby Green, but he's dribbly and changed his name to King.
That's got to be the most dribbliest thing I've seen in UFC, honestly.
Like, look, if I could change if you guys could change your name, question here from me, what would you change your name to, Dan? King.
Lord,
not Dan. Lord Cummins.
Lord Cummins.
James.
I'd keep it the same.
Oh, how cool.
No, it's actually Nighthawk.
I would change mine, but like change the spelling of Brandon just to like fuck with people. Like, no, it's not spelled like that. It's actually got an I.
It's like a silent J or something.
Just so we fuck with people.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's what I should do. I should change my name to James, but with like EA, because I always have to go James Leach, Leach,
Yeah.
and then they'll spell James correct, like what should be correct, and I go, actually no, that's also EA.
Fucking idiot.
James.
Jamas. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, King Green, for that. But he did get knocked out. Got flatlined, the poor bloke. It was a spinning fucking heel kick to the Chrome Dome, to the fucking temple, right in the sweet spot, put him to sleep. Wow. What a
You seen
what a
Ruffy
finish.
like, well, I don't know how you say his last name.
Roofy.
Roofies? You see him like
Roofy.
you see him like fake for the punch
Yeah.
and then just fucking turn his body and you just see it coming. It's just like, wow.
Yeah.
And you thought that might be the quickest he could twist his body, but the couple of backflips after
Yeah.
somehow more impressive.
And
Oh,
then
like
he
a backflip.
He almost kicks the ref in the face.
Yeah,
as
always
well.
knocks him out. Could have got 2 knockouts for 1, and I think that gets him fight of the night if he does that. But yeah, did 3 backflips afterwards as well. 12-1, pretty impressive. So he's got a future ahead of him. Definitely with a bit of showboating like that. The world's his oyster.
What's his lightweight? So he's fucking.
Yeah.
He was fucking tall as. They were both heaps tall, weren't they? We were going. What's going on?
The other lightweight fight, Jalen Turner, Ignacio Bahamondes. They were I think the 2 tallest lightweights in the division were facing off against each other.
Yeah.
And Bahamondes wins by submission. But then we get to the co-main and the main. Co-main, Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev.
What a fucking fight.
Yeah, wow. Big swingers.
Yeah.
Big swingers. Unfortunately, they didn't get the finish. Went to decision, but wow, there was everything you want and more in that fight.
Yeah.
Gaethje just goes to war.
Yeah, and their first fight similar. Fiziev was very controlled and measured this time as well. Like last time he gassed himself, but this time he's kind of holding back, and I think that probably more led to why Justin gets the win. Like he just had so many good flurries and punches and bunches, made it look better. He also dropped him.
Yeah, I did say that.
The
Yeah.
uppercut that really hurt him. I don't know how he
And then
survived.
he was trying for the
the
hammer fist, but he just couldn't get to him.
couldn't get it. But
He was just kept kicking him off.
Gaethje gets the win. Gaethje.
Gaethje.
All right, now the main event. Wow.
Charmer.
Drama. It was Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev, and it was a not the most entertaining fight. They were both very measured and trying to like read each other, like kickboxing, just the whole time, not really wanting to get in the danger zone, either of them.
Yeah, like you could tell Pereira was holding back a bit. He didn't want to get too close and get taken down.
Or rocked. Like, yeah. Ankalaev went for 12 takedowns. I don't think he got one.
Yeah. Like there was one where they were up against the cage and Ankalaev is like almost getting him down, and then Pereira just picks him, pretty much lifts him up, like brings him back to a standing base.
Unfortunately, he had like a lot of control time in like the Muay Thai clinches.
Yeah,
more strikes,
and
that's where
Pereira had it. Like he actually had maybe 2 or 3 rounds where he had more strikes as well.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of he was robbed and that sort of stuff, but I don't think he was. I think Ankalaev.
It was a pretty close fight.
Yeah, close. But I think it was. Ankalaev, my opinion, definitely had the win. Just from, as I said, the control and the clinch, and then just the strikes were pretty good. Like, not to say Pereira didn't have his couple moments, but yeah, it was pretty snoozy. Guys, 5 rounds. You'd expect a fucking knockout. Come on, guys.
And look, I was somehow still watching Parramatta get pumped instead of watching this.
And like, it is Powhatan fighting. Like,
honestly,
you always expect a big fucking fight from Pereira.
Watching the fight, I just don't think he didn't look like he was in it, like mentally, or just maybe had a like sickness or injury before the fight. Just didn't seem like the usual him.
Like, he was champion, but I reckon he's been fighting a bit too much,
very constantly.
Like maybe he has a bit of a break after this and then comes back.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure they run it back, but I'm sure Ankalaev will probably try and duck or hide and or like fight once a year. So look forward to that, guys. Yeah. Your new champion is here.
It's gonna be great.
But look, that's the UFC done, gentlemen.
We've got Volk next.
Wow.
314, I'm pretty sure.
We got a new champion soon. Old champion.
There was an eye catcher that I sort of forgot about.
Yep.
To do with Volk, singing about Renato's hair.
Yeah.
It is Moicano.
Renato, yeah.
Yeah. He was, because apparently he said something before, and that he got asked about it again in the press conference, and he's like, "Oh, look, I'm jealous of his hair."
Oh, who's fighting? Diego Lopez.
Oh, Diego Lopez. Sorry, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I see
Renato fought Makachev recently.
That's
and got fucking
right.
choked out.
Yeah.
Didn't he start singing "Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for
Volk's
you"?
got some pipes.
I did see that video. I was like, "That's fucking crack up."
He's like, "You got the mullet and the party at the back, but the front's doing something else." And then he starts singing.
The front's saying, "Because tonight will be."
Let's get. Look, I think he should be in a boy band. Volk. He can do it all. He can act. He can fight. He can sing. Yeah.
Triple talent.
Get him in there.
Triple.
Maybe
Quintuple threat.
WWE after UFC is his calling. Okay. That is all for UFC, but I will get into horse racing, gentlemen. Just the one race I wanted to talk about. Lucas would be happy with a little bit of horse racing as well. We had the All-Star Mile over the weekend in Flemington. Big race, but not the biggest of fields. Like usually a bit better of a field, but there was 3 horses that were keen on seeing the race. Tom Kitten, Mr. Brightside, Another Will were the 3 like heavy hitters. I was on Mr. Brightside myself.
Of course you were.
I was. Unfortunately, not getting the win. Tom Kitten, cat, meow, 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 gets the win. Just flies home. Look, Lucas riding passing of the guard. I don't know if it's a passing of the guard. I still think Mr. Brightside can get a win on its day. But
proved it not too long ago.
Tom Kitten, just flew home. In the last race, it flew home as well. Just didn't get the win. This time it did and like timed it perfectly. Unfortunately for Another Wheel, got 4th place. It just got trapped in, never had a chance to come out. Light Infantryman getting the 3rd place. But I would say, Another Wheel with a better run could have definitely put potential to the win. But as for Mr. Brightside, I still think This might be his last year, right? So we got to enjoy it while we can, you know. Getting older, but I
Enjoy
still
the
think
good memories.
there's Group 11s for jealousy. Okay, that's the horse racing. James, any cricket chat?
Yeah. Look,
Do we need to talk about it?
Yeah. India won the Champions Trophy overnight. They beat New Zealand. So if you do the maths, that means India beat Australia the week before, and New Zealand beat South Africa. But look, does this count? No.
Nothing trophy.
It's a nothing trophy. It's technically ICC, but look, nobody cares about it. Australia had half their team missing.
Yeah.
India played at one ground and one ground only, never having to travel, never having to move hotels. They pretty much just were able to set up a second home.
That's crazy.
I heard people saying like it's crazy that like Pakistan was the home country for it.
Yeah,
like the home venue.
There.
They didn't even get to have the final.
Yep.
Because India didn't want to play in Pakistan.
Like
What happens when you run cricket, eh?
Yeah, there's geopolitics in there and stuff, and they worry for their safety. But geez, it's cricket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all. And who cares?
Who cares?
And-
When's the big? Isn't the Test Championship sometime?
Oh,
That's
it's a while
July,
away.
June,
We've
July.
got the IPL
wow.
coming up, so
IPL.
we all care about Indian cricket. But
And just before we get off cricket chat, thank you, Smudge,
oh yeah, good point. Almost forgot.
Hold the bats up.
retiring from ODI.
Oh, hello.
Thank you, Smudge.
Yeah, thank you, Raj.
That's a double duck bat right there, baby.
Bit of an interesting one-day career. Obviously had a lot of highs, including 2 World Cups, but he only averaged about like 40, which is like the
Yeah.
lowest of the Fab Four as far as ODIs. But you remember him scoring some big runs when needed,
yeah.
and the fielding is the main thing. Like before Glenn Phillips, we had Steve Smith.
True. Stevie Smith. Shout out, Steve. Shout out,
Shout
Steve.
out.
Shout out,
And thanks for the cricket chat, gentlemen. Beautiful stuff. That's the podcast, though, gentlemen. Anything else you just want to add in? Or?
Also, I just want to bring up after the game on Saturday, scrolling through TikTok, and a certain TikTok creator, Australian TikTok creator, sports creator, Hectic Fred, decided to call Cogra a shit stadium.
Oh,
So I unfollowed him.
beef drama right here, right now on the Couch Commentators podcast.
You heard it here first.
Wow. Okay. That's all for the podcast, gentlemen. Another great week. Follow the social medias, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe, and buy the merch. We'll see you guys next week. Out.